I started my minimalist journey about a year ago, and today we're going to talk about 10 things that I don't buy as minimalist. I'm Elizabeth Kerstetter, and I'm a graphic designer and entrepreneur who talks about minimalism, intentional living, and a debt-free life. If you're interested in any of those things, make sure to subscribe. The first thing I don't spend money on as a minimalist is coffee. I don't drink coffee or juice or energy drinks. I definitely don't go and get a daily $7 Starbucks coffee. I occasionally drink juice if we get a coupon for free juice, which does sometimes happen from our local grocery store. We also don't really drink alcohol. We have a little bit of alcohol in our home, but we do not go out for drinks, or often we do not order drinks when we are going out to eat. The second thing I don't buy are candles. I enjoy burning candles a lot, but it is something that I often receive as gifts, so I don't really find the need to go out and buy specific candles when I already have some at home. Also, burning candles is apparently really bad for your health, so I am trying to get away from it a little bit. But also, essential oils are very damaging for the environment. So I don't really know what to do about the whole making your house smell good thing. If you have any tips on that, let me know. The third thing I don't buy is cleaner. I have one multi-purpose cleaner that I use for everything. It is an essential oil-based cleaner concentrate that I take about 1 to 2 tablespoons and put in a large spray bottle. This cleaner I have had for 2.5 years, and I have still not used it up, even though I use it for everything from washing dishes, cleaning counters, to scrubbing floors, toilets, and the shower. As I said earlier, I am trying to get away from using essential oils, as they are very difficult on the environment just because of the large amount of crops that need to be grown for a very small amount of oils. So once I use up this cleaner, I will be looking into making my own cleaner. Let me know if you would be interested in a video on that, and I will make one if you. The fourth thing I don't buy as a minimalist are sponges. I actually stopped using dish sponges about a year ago. I ran out and I just kind of questioned, do I need to replace this, or is this something that I can live without? So I now only use a dishcloth for washing dishes and counters, and then it's something that I can throw in the laundry and use again. Whereas sponges are something that you have to replace every other week or so, otherwise germs will start growing in them. They release microplastics into the environment and ultimately just end up getting thrown into the trash. I would consider using natural sponges, but I've just decided that it's not really something I need because I was already using dish rags for things like cleaning counters, and it just makes sense to have only one rag to clean dishes and counters with rather than having a sponge and a rag. The fifth thing that we don't buy as minimalists are kitchen gadgets. I have very, very few things in the kitchen that have only one purpose. In fact, the only thing I can think of that only has one purpose is the garlic press. In general, I keep our kitchen supplies very minimal. We have an extremely small kitchen in our apartment, but there is plenty of room. I've never felt crowded in there. We don't have anything like a bread maker or an ice cream maker or an air fryer or a coffee maker or a stand mixer or anything like that. We have a blender and an Instant Pot, and other than that, I use wooden spoons and my 3 bowls and 1 pan to make most things. The sixth thing we don't buy are new cars. I drive a 2000 minivan. It is certainly not aesthetic. It has a crack in the windshield and the driver's side door doesn't work, which means that I crawl through the passenger side every single time I get in and out of my vehicle. But honestly, I don't even notice it anymore unless somebody points it out to me. It drives perfectly fine, and to me, that's more important than having a fancy, nice-looking vehicle that we are paying car payments for every month. The seventh thing we don't buy are nice phones. We both have the Google Pixel 4a, which is definitely not the highest end Google Pixel that you can have and is a far cry from very expensive iPhones. We also have very inexpensive phone plans. We only pay $30 a month for both of our phones, and that includes 4 gigabytes each of data. If you are interested in the phone plan that we use, it is called Mint Mobile, and I will put a discount link down in the description. This video isn't sponsored by them. I just really enjoy them. We've had great customer experience, and it is a very inexpensive phone plan. The eighth thing I don't buy as a minimalist are streaming services. We don't have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. We do have access to Disney Plus because a family member pays for it, but we would not pay for it on our own. Honestly, to me, my idea of a relaxing night would be sitting on the couch with my husband and reading books or playing board games. And in our new home, when we move, I'm hoping to not even have a TV in the living room at all. The ninth thing I don't buy as a minimalist are books. I very much enjoy reading books, and I try to read at least 12 books a year. And as I said, I enjoy to read a book in the evening with my husband, but we generally don't buy books. We rent them from the library, which is free, and then when we are finished reading the book, we don't have to worry about donating it or giving it to a friend or family member or storing it on a bookshelf. I do own a couple books, especially art books or some vintage books that I have for typography inspiration, but those are kept in my office, and I do think it's important to be able to get inspiration without having to look at screens, so those are kind of a different category to me. But as far as books that we're learning from, a lot of those books we just rent from the library. The 10th thing that I don't buy as a minimalist is things just because they're cheap. I find that a lot of people, when thrifting, will justify buying things that they won't actually use or need because it is inexpensive. Something that I do when I'm thrifting is I don't even look at price tags until I decide that I am for sure going to buy something. Oftentimes when I'm trying things on in a thrift store, I will ask myself, would I pay $50 for this? Would I pay $100 for this? If this was a brand new item that was quite expensive, would I still want to purchase it? And I only purchase things that the answer to those questions is yes. I find that this really helps keep clutter out of our homes that we purchase just because it's on sale or just because it's cheap in a thrift store. And that is 10 things that I no longer buy as a minimalist. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. That would mean so much to me. And I will see you in my next video.